After federal immigration agents shot and killed 2 people this month, the Homeland Security Department now says every arrest team going forward will have at least one officer wearing a body camera. Last week, an Immigration Customs Enforcement agent shot and killed a Mexican man in Houston. 6 days later, an agent shot and killed a Colombian man in Maine. The officers were not wearing body cameras in either case. DHS has also said both men were in the country illegally, but not the intended targets of immigration operations. In February, then DHS Secretary Kristi Noem had said the department would be rolling out an ICE body-worn camera program nationwide after 2 deadly shootings in January involving agents in Minnesota. The department has faced criticism over the slow rollout of that initiative from Democrats. It has blamed 2 government shutdowns for the delay. After Monday's deadly encounter in Maine, ICE agents were ordered to immediately stop conducting most vehicle stops nationwide while officers got more training. But in a Truth Social post today, President Trump overturned the policy, saying traffic stops are one of ICE's most important and effective crime-fighting tools. For more, let's bring in CBS News Homeland Security correspondent Nicole Sganga. What happens now?
Hi, Lindsay. Good to be with you. What happens now is a little bit unclear, but what we know is that some vehicle stops were ordered to temporarily pause among the ranks of ICE yesterday, in particular those involving civil immigration arrests, so not those that had a judicial warrant attached to them, not those that targeted serious criminal offenders, and not those where ICE ERO teams, enforcement and removal operations teams, were partnering with local law enforcement in order to pursue individuals. Now we have heard from the president, who has made clear that he does not want vehicle stops or this pause to sort of impact immigration operations. He doesn't want ICE agents to feel as though this tool has been removed altogether from their toolkit, so to speak. Speaking with DHS officials today, it does seem as though, they're sort of backing up on their statement, saying that this was never off the table, that this was just a sort of temporary pause where ICE and DHS we're going to be able to then reassess what training should look like. So I think it is quite possible that we see vehicle stop training, transformed in the future. And we know that there is some training that occurs at the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center down in Georgia. But I think for the time being, the sort of moratorium on vehicle stops has been lifted, at least for now, Lindsay.
So in regards to the body-worn cameras, how does DHS expect to get those out when there's already been such a lag?
And there has been a really big lag, Lindsay, and it's also worth pointing out that like 2/3 of the nation's law enforcement agencies as of 2020 used body-worn cameras. So it's always amazing to me when we have this discussion and we see that the federal government is so slow and behind all of this. Here is what we do know, though. We know that as of earlier this month, in the beginning of July, about half of all ICE field offices did have those body cameras in-house. About 1/3 of all officers were actively deployed with body cameras in the field. We were told that this was becoming a priority for this administration. We know that some of the procurement, some of the training was impacted by the DHS government shutdowns. There is some truth to that because the $20 million was not appropriated for those programs to be put into place until after the shutdown was over. Now DHS says that it is ramping up all of this and that every single arrest team that is part of ICE ERO will be equipped with at least one member that has a body-worn camera. I think time will tell whether or not we see this play out. And unfortunately, I mean, for better or worse, you're going to see other high-profile ICE encounters. And the real question will be, do we see body-worn camera? And will DHS release that evidence in the case of any future incidents, Lindsay?
Nicole Sganga, thanks so much.